Oh, the fucking, the ads. Oh my god, you got it! Yo, clip that shit. Clip that shit.
Back for another week. Doctor of physical therapy, lifts heavy ass weights. I'm going to try and make these videos more concise because I'm realizing that they are extremely boring and nobody's going to want to fucking watch them. So instead of just going through my entire training footage of the week, I'm just going to put up like basically like the plan for the week essentially, and then kind of go from there. So we started new program this week. So the workout from today was this first day one of week 9. Um, I basically I'm going to use, instead of like looking at every single lift, I'm going to do like what's the most important things that I changed or modified, or what was my thought process in what I did throughout the week. So we'll kind of just go through that instead, just a couple minutes of that, and then you have the gaming clip at the beginning or the end. We talked about music a little bit. That's it. In and out, quick video, nothing crazy. Um, but the one thing I wanted to talk about, and regardless of the programming, we did do the last week 8 here. I'm not even going to show that. But basically, at the beginning of this week, the first session of this week, I got a hip injury, and you can see more about it on my Instagram and Twitter and all the other places where I post short form stuff, even the shorts here. Um, you can see what I'm doing to manage that pain. But some kind of overuse injury, trying to work around it. I want to stay squatting as much as I can, because squatting is the only thing that hurts it right now. So I'm basically doing rehab exercises, things like that, rehab modalities, like dry needling, cupping, just trying to do everything I can to make it feel better, even if it's temporary that I can, just to give me a window where I can exercise and make some gains in places where maybe I'm weak, and maybe that's what led to the injury. But regardless, I need to build up slowly back to where I'm squatting again, because I literally couldn't squat 135 on Tuesday. I did a bunch of that rehab stuff throughout the week. By yesterday, I was doing 315 pause squats. So pretty quick turnaround. I'm still not 100%. I would say I'm probably like 75%. But it was a quick turnaround from what I really thought was going to happen. But the biggest modifications I made, like I said, was so all I did was squat 135 on Tuesday, and that was it. So we just did that, kept it easy. Sorry, the injury was on Sunday, and then Tuesday was my first training session after the injury. So yeah, we did 135 to whatever range I felt comfortable with, and it was mostly like I did a couple full range, and then I did some partial range, and that was it. And then we just filled the rest of the time with quad extensions to make sure my quads are still getting a stimulus while I'm doing everything else. So still squatting as much as I could. Then we come to Thursday. I test out the squatting again, feels a little bit better. So I start loading up a little bit of weight and just seeing how it feels. Slowly build up. I was able to get to 315. Did like 1 or 2 sets there, felt great. Did my quad extensions to make sure my quads are still getting hit, and then did the rest of my workout. It felt like weird. It didn't feel, like I said, I don't feel 100%. I still feel a little bit of pain, a little weirdness, but it's like it's getting better every session, which is good. You can push through a little bit of pain. That's okay. There's a lot of research to support that. So today I was able to do 350 for 4 with very minimal pain. I mean, I wouldn't even call it pain. It just felt weird. Again, still not 100%, but only did 1 set because it was like, I don't feel like I want to push this anymore. I could have done more lighter sets, but I was like, I'm just going to do my quad extensions, leave it feeling good. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm still doing the recommended intensity of what was supposed to be done today, that 350 here. But I did literally just 1 set, and then I just did the rest quad extensions. So still keeping the groove of the movement, because I mean we're getting close to the end of this prep. I mean there's only 6-7 weeks left. So I can't be fucking around. I can't be losing time here. So like there's no, I'll just stop squatting. That is not an option. I have to keep squatting. And I have to find some way to do it comfortably. So that's what we did. So yeah, Time constraints kept me from doing all of my bench volume this week. There's 10 sets of bench on yesterday's workout on Saturday. I cut it down a little bit because I had a time crunch, and I think that was a good decision because there's 8 sets of bench today. So I think it was a great decision. Sometimes this is just a template program from Calvary Barbell. I'm just using it for like the percentage progression. I didn't feel like making like a here's how you progress your percentages from week to week for the compound lifts. Everything else I'm kind of just programming how I see fit, like in terms of the accessory movements and things like that. Like I'm kind of just taking it as a rough like guide. I'm not like I'm basically doing whatever I want, and that's what he kind of says you should do. This isn't meant to be taken at face value. You can mess around with it, do whatever you want with it. That's kind of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm playing around with volumes. I'm playing around with variations. I'm not sure if I'm going to do mini bands on this bench day. We'll see. I'm kind of interested to try it because I've never done it. So maybe I will do it. I do have to set myself a reminder to get a mini band from work because I actually don't have any. I only have thicker bands because I never really thought I would need one, but now I kind of now I kind of need one. So I will grab one of those probably tomorrow at work and see how they feel. Because the one I have is way too thick. But so that's all the modifications that I really made this week. Everything else went great. Deadlift's great. My deadlift just really feels like it's being limited by my grip, by my calluses bursting essentially. But nothing catastrophic. It's very minor callus issues, but everything else is feeling great. So let's move on to the music. This is my workout playlist. So Teenage Wrist dropped a remaster of Dazed. That was a fun listen. I'm happy it came out. I don't know how I feel about bands remastering albums. I think it's good and it's fine. Like it's just upgraded. Well, it's not always upgraded. I feel like sometimes they lose a little bit of the essence of what it originally was, but this didn't. I think it's fine. It's fine. I just hate it because it's like, oh, I see new music, and then I'm like, oh, it's a remaster. It's like, but it's just extra. It's the cherry on top. I shouldn't be mad about it, and I'm not. I haven't listened to this. So another remaster. This Bent Knee album. This is one of my favorite albums of theirs. So I'm interested to see. I need to listen to this. I haven't gotten around to it. I do need to listen to this too. Tourist History. This song was good. I think this is a new one that they just released with this deluxe edition. I don't remember this being on the original. I could be wrong though. Could totally be wrong. I mean, the Two Door Cinema Club is the goats of indie rock, in my opinion. They're up there. Sorry, Teenage Wrist is like kind of like new age grunge shoegaze. Bent Knee is like prog progressive rock. So if you're interested in any of that, check him out. All co-signed. Soothsayer from Above Below. I was not a fan. Like I didn't even know of this band before they came out with this single. Everybody was like super hyped about it, so I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Really good. I really liked it. So I might have to go back and look at some of their previous discography because apparently they're like legendary metalcore band, or at least a very cult following of a metalcore band. People really like their stuff, so might have to check it out. What else? Pincer Plus. So Josh Ang, former guitarist of Dealer, which is like a pissed core band. I guess this is kind of pissed core too, but Pincer Plus always knocks it out of the park. I don't think I've listened to a bad song from them, so this was really good. Pale Dusk dropped an album. I think they dropped an album like last year. They just drop albums. They just don't care. Yeah, they dropped an album last year too. They're insane. Like I don't think there's a single song on this album that I like put on my playlist because they're so fucking weird. But I love them for that. Like it's an experience. I love to listen to their albums, but I don't ever want to hear them again. You know what I mean? There's like it's very rare that I hear a song from them and I'm like, yeah, I want to keep listening to that. It's like I just get like bombarded with the craziest shit ever, and I'm like, that was a cool experience. I'm okay never having that experience ever again. They're a very unique band. I think it's cool, but yeah, not something I'm gonna listen to like constantly. But All right. Well, that's all the music for the week. Quicker this week. That was about 10 minutes, plus the short gaming clip I'll put at the beginning. So, um, give me any suggestions if there's anything you guys want to see in these videos, like about my training, about music, about video games. Like, literally, just let me know. I really don't know what to do with this stuff. I'm kind of just doing it because I just want to have something long form on my channel. And I'm kind of just trying to figure out what is fun for me and is fun for you guys to watch. So just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. But yeah, like and follow, subscribe to this channel. Yeah, follow me on all other social medias at Dr. Jellylifts, rehab, lifting, gaming, all the above. Um, I be posting on everything. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Peace out.